Well, Mark, last time we spoke, there was a lot of illness, a lot of injury in the camp. Was the game at Barnet being postponed a little bit of a blessing in disguise for you?
I think you could say that. It's managed. We've managed to clear one or two bits up. Jamie Records trained again today, which is great. Ben Richards Everton is back out on the grass, on the frost. We've got some of the boys that were really struggling last week, like Clark and Charlie Wakefield, that were really under the weather there. Obviously they've managed to shake it off, so we've had more or less a full complement this week.
And that's good news. It's been frosty, as we were saying, and cold. How's training been?
Been great, surprisingly. We've been managed to get on grass up until today because we've been training later. And our training ground's been brilliant. The grass has been perfect. So we trained on 3G this morning because it was really cold. And but no, it's been good.
And we're sat here and the covers are on the pitch. You can see the effort they're trying to go to get the game on Saturday.
Yeah, like the ground staff have done and the people at the club have done a great job getting the covers on again. And looking at the temperatures for Saturday, it should be perfectly fine.
And you were really short of bodies on Saturday. There wasn't one notable omission as well in Jake Scrimshaw. Is there an update on his fitness? Or?
He's had some personal issues that he's had to deal with, and as a club we're supporting him and trying to make sure he gets the best of help with that. And
we spoke briefly about new additions. Will there potentially be any more in the next few weeks, maybe?
We're hoping that there will be one in before the weekend, and that can give us a real lift in terms of quality going into the weekend. And
then ahead of Saturday's game, the FA Trophy, a competition you know very well. You've won it before. I imagine you're going to be taking it pretty seriously.
I think I said before, I was asked by some supporters last week, about it. I think it's a great competition, and I think any competition you get to Wembley, you've got to take serious, and that's what we'll be doing.
And with the form that your side are in, unbeaten in 5, you want to continue that winning streak, don't you?
We want to keep being defensively really, really sound. The team as a unit, goalkeeper all the way through defensively, outstanding. The desire to keep the ball out of the net is brilliant, but we have to try and unlock the forward bit. Saturday was different because we were really hampered with what we could put out, but we're trying to do some work to try and make us a bit better in the final third.
And will there be an opportunity for players who haven't had that many minutes, will be used maybe, or Malachi Linton to get a start on Saturday?
I'll pick a team that's shown me in training quality and aggression and desire that I think can win the game. It's not going to be a charity, and you get a game, you have to earn that start, you have to earn the right to get in the team, and we're not just giving minutes out for the sake of it.
And of course it's Dorking, who are in the same division, came up last year. They're doing remarkably well, aren't they, and had a great result in midweek in the last minute. It's going to be a tough one.
I love watching them play. I think they're brilliant. It's how I like football to be played, and they're very cavalier, they're very front foot, they're very aggressive. They throw bodies forward, and that just doesn't happen. It takes a lot of work, and you can see that they've been together a long time. The players have a real understanding of what they're doing, and they'd definitely rather get beat 5-4 than win 1-0 for sure. And I love listening to the managers' interviews. I think they're special, and it's a great story, isn't it, to come from where they've come from. Loads of players that have been with them since the start. It's brilliant. I love everything about it. I'm looking forward to watching them play again on Saturday, but hopefully we can come out on top.
It is one of the trickier draws, isn't it? Drawing someone in your division, but at least you've got that sort of home advantage.
Yeah, I don't think it'll matter to Dorking, home or away. They just go and play their football, and I know that we'll have to defend brilliantly well again on Saturday to keep them out. But we've got some players that I'm sure they'll be worried about, and hopefully it's a good game.
And you speak about the forward players. I imagine that's been a big focus of your training, trying to score more goals.
Yeah, it has, and it's not always just the forward players, because the wide players need good service. The wide players have then got to provide the forwards with good service. The midfield players have got So it's an ongoing thing, and we're just trying to improve the quality. Sometimes either that's through repetition in training or bringing better players in.
And you've seen an improvement, I think, in set pieces. Jamie Andrews' corners and free kicks have been brilliant. Just need someone to get on the end of them.
Yeah, but I think that, again, that's a mindset. I think if you looked at how many balls we had out of our own goal mouth compared to how many we had in the opposition goal mouth, it'd be a stark contrast. So we need to be able to, when it's our corner, we need to go with the same aggression that we do when we defend in the corner or a free kick. If we do that, we'd score hundreds of goals from set pieces.
And on that, Matt Worthington returning after serving his one-match ban, he's one of those players who makes such a difference when he's in the side, doesn't he?
I think it's just his energy, isn't it? His energy and his desire to run forward, and that's what fans like to see. So Matt's a good player, and we're glad to have him back.
And what would you say to the fans who are thinking about coming in? It's going to be another cold one, not as cold as now, but one of the stands will be shut. But it's such an opportunity, isn't it, to see a cup run at Huish Park?
That's right. It's a chance for us to, like I say, to get to Wembley, and I can't really sell them too much at the minute, can I? Because we're not scoring loads of goals. But all I can promise them is we're going to try really hard, and I think they know that, and hopefully we can have a real quality addition in the building by Saturday that'll make them really want to come to the game.
Look forward to it. Thanks for your time, Mark.
Thank you.
Mark, how you doing?
Hi, how are you doing? Good.
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Does the preparation or training differ in a cup week at all?
None whatsoever. Same. Treat it exactly the same as any game.
And we've seen kind of during the World Cup the mentality put on penalties. Is there much thought in your training during the week in case it does go all the way?
I'm a firm believer in that you can't replicate the pressure of taking a penalty. You can do what you want, you can take 100 penalties, but when you put people screaming and shouting at you and the pressure of knowing what's at stake, I think it's difficult to recreate. Of course, we will practice penalties, of course we will, but I'm still not sure that guarantees you score the penalty on the day. I think it's about people that really want to take the penalty and are really confident, and picking 5 of those to start with that really want to take them.
And just going back to Saturday, how difficult was it for you to kind of obviously pick the team with only 3 substitutes on the bench and also come with a game plan that the players can implement?
Very difficult. No excuses. It's football. You have to be ready to adapt, and I think if you take Dorking on Tuesday, they were depleted. They had players pulling out before the game, players with illness. They had players pulling up in the warm-up with injuries, and you have to adapt. And it was our day to get caught, short with the amount of bodies we had. And the most difficult thing was that I needed to bring about 6 players off, and I could only bring about 2 off. And we were more or less drawing lots to see which ones we brought off and which ones were the illest. So I did get a bit of stick as well for bringing the ones I did off, but I'll take that on the chin.
Yeah, you mentioned that, didn't you? The post-match, certain individuals and their comments. I know you've not been here too long, but have you felt really that the support in the whole has been behind you?
I felt very much so, yeah. I think wherever you go, you always get a minority, don't you, of people that they just want to come and shout negative stuff at you and the players, and it's just so counterproductive. But if that's what they want to do, that's up to them. But the support has been fantastic, certainly towards me, around the town and on match days, and I've really appreciated it, and the players do as well.
Obviously, if you didn't know about it, the players that did play through all this injury at the weekend, did it just prove to you that they're here for the cause and will fight throughout the whole season?
I've never doubted that, really, from the moment I started working with them. But I had to bribe 1 or 2 of them to play with some honey and lemon and some Lemsip. I'm not allowed to take Lemsip, Beecham's. the odd drop of whiskey to get them out there on Saturday, and promised them a couple of days off if they played. So yeah, it was a difficult day, but like I said after, it's probably the best point we'll get this season.